Becky here, back again with another live yoga class. We'll be starting in just a couple of minutes. Tonight is a yoga flow class, meaning we are going to move with the practice. We'll pause in some of the poses, get to know how they feel, but we'll be moving a bit through the class. We'll practice a little balance, we'll do a little breath work, and just a little bit of everything today. So grab any props that you have, any props that you want. Blankets, blocks, bolsters are always great. And if you don't have those, you can use your pillows off the sofa, you can use towels, whatever blankets are handy. Any of those will work wonderfully. So grab your props, grab some water. We will get started shortly, about 3 minutes after the hour. Looking forward to a nice practice tonight. The storms are coming back in, so I'm not sure I'll be outside later. So just taking this time to practice instead of going outside. Just another minute or so and we will get started. If you're watching this on replay, you can go ahead and skip ahead to about 3 after and just join in then. And remember, any of these classes, any of the live classes that I've done, I've left up on the page. So you can go back and rewatch them anytime you want. There's yen classes and there are these flow classes. So go back and rewatch them and take advantage of it. These classes are never quite the same. I never do things, my yoga class is quite the same from class to class. So if you find one you like, you can redo it. And if you just want something different, try a different class because it will be different. Alright, just a little bit longer and we will get started tonight. Okay, grab any props and any water that you want. And then go ahead and make your way to your mat. Starting at the top of your mat. Letting those feet point straight ahead. We're just going to start with a little grounding practice with those feet. So spread out those toes. Let those toes completely touch the floor. You've got your heels down, sides of the foot down. Just let both feet ground to the floor. Arms are going to rest by your sides. And stand tall through the spine, lifting through the top of the head. And close your eyes for a moment. Just begin to notice your breath. Not necessarily changing it, but become aware of it. Notice if it's deep or shallow. Go ahead and notice your thoughts. They're always there. Not trying to stop them, just practice some awareness. And begin to notice how your body feels right now. On your next inhale, take those arms, reach them all the way up. Letting your shoulders lift. Often we hear hold those shoulders down, but let them lift. Free the shoulders. Reach up through those fingertips, making space between the top of those fingertips and all the way down to those feet. Gaze can always be up. It can be straight ahead, whatever works for you. lot of times I like to open the side of the body right at the beginning of practice. We don't do it often enough, so let's do that now. Right hand to your left wrist. Pull your left arm over to the right side. So you're opening the left side of the body, making that nice C shape. Come back to the center. And just switch sides. So you're pulling that right hand over to the left, opening the right side of the body. Coming back to the center. Bring the palms of the hands together, lift up through those fingertips, and then begin to lean back, open the front of the body. Deep breath. Inhale as you rise on up. And then exhale, swan dive. Come into your first forward fold. This is one of those transition pieces, transition poses we go through a lot. So just pause here for a moment. Get to know how it feels in your body right now. Maybe your legs are straight, maybe the knees are bent. It really depends on you, your flexibility. On your inhale, come up, find a flat back. So maybe your hands are resting on your legs. Or maybe you're reaching for the floor if your hamstrings are loose. Flat back, either way. On your exhale, release back down. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Exhale to the heart. Let's do that half sun salutation a couple more times. Inhale your arms back up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale to the heart. One more like this. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale to the heart. Now we're going to add on to that half sun salutation. So inhale, take those arms, reach them up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back, find plank. And we're pausing here for this first one. Now you do have lots of options throughout class. In this pose, you can always put one knee down. You can put two knees down if that's what you need. Think of lifting up through those shoulders. On your exhale, slowly release all the way down, elbows in close. And then inhale, come up, find your version of cobra. Maybe you're coming up just a little bit, maybe part way or all the way. Again, options are great. Some days we're all in it and other days not so much, so do what you can. Couple of breaths here. Letting your heart come forward a little bit more. On your exhale, down dog. Take your hips up high. Push back on those hands. Maybe bending the knees here, maybe legs are straighter. Heels may or may not come down to the floor, don't worry about it. Now go ahead and walk your heels up and down one at a time. I like to just warm up those legs a little more, loosen them up. And then pause, take both heels high so you're on those toes. And then release your heels down as far as you can. On your exhale, hop or step forward to your forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale to the heart. Inhale your arms back up. Let's do that a little bit more. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hop or step back to that plank. On your exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale to your cobra. And then exhale, down dog. Pausing here for a few breaths. On your exhale, hop or step forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come all the way up. This time, exhale, find your chair. So let those hips sink back. Arms, remember, options are great. Arms reaching up, opening to the side, or prayer hands. Inhale, back up. Palms together. This time, exhale, lean back. Open the front of the body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Couple of breaths here. Now before we come out of this, let's add on a little shoulder press. So bend those elbows, let your head come down towards the floor. Go ahead and straighten those arms back up nice and slow. On your exhale, hop or step forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale to your chair. Couple of breaths here. Inhale, back up. Palms together, exhale back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Couple of breaths. Go ahead and add in that shoulder press. Bend those elbows, come towards the floor. Slowly come back out of it. On your exhale, hop or step forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale to your chair. All right, one more time. Inhale those arms up. Palms together. Exhale back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Couple of breaths here. Go ahead and add in that shoulder press. Bend those elbows, come down. Slowly straighten those arms. On your exhale, hop or step forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale to your chair. So adding on to this, inhale, come all the way up. Palms together, exhale back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. This time, you're going to lift that right leg behind you. Try to keep your hips even to the floor right now. So three-legged down dog. On your exhale, bring that right foot forward, coming into a low lunge. So again, options, back knee up or down, you get to choose. If you've got that back knee up, creating space between the top of your head and that back heel. On your next inhale, go ahead and step back, find plank. On your exhale, you're only coming down halfway. Keep those elbows in close. Inhale, lift all the way back up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale to your cobra. And then exhale, down dog. Now remember, anytime you need a break, you can go to child's pose with those knees down, hips back to your heels. Whenever you need a break. So let's switch sides. Lift the left leg. Hips even with the floor. On your exhale, bring that foot forward, low lunge, opposite side. Taking a moment to just check in here. Notice how it feels on this side. On your inhale, step back to plank. Knees down if you need to. Exhale, come down just halfway, elbows close. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, pause. On your exhale, hop or step forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale to your chair. This time, bring those hands so they're straight out in front of you. Palms are together. And we're going to add in a little twist for a moment. Taking that right arm, reaching it behind you. You can look back. Let those knees stay pointing straight ahead. Come back to the center. And let's switch sides. Left hand is reaching back. You can twist to look back over the left shoulder. Come back to the center. On your exhale, just hinge forward. Come into that forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back, plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Now go ahead and lift the right leg. This time you're opening the hips, so bend the knees, stack those hips. Keep your weight even between your hands. Maybe take a moment to look under that left shoulder, see if you can find the bottom of the right foot. On your exhale, bring that foot forward, a little warrior two. So rotate your back heel in. Inhale as you rise up. Now take a moment to check out your alignment. Front heel's lining up at the middle of the back foot. Front knee bends as much or as little as you want. It's your pose. Arms are reaching out. Letting the shoulders drop down instead of holding them up to your ears. We do that enough during the day. Gaze going forward. Knee pointing towards those middle toes on the front foot. And let's reverse our warrior. Flip over that front hand, just lift it up. You're opening that right side of the body. Maybe you bend the front knee even more, maybe a little less. You can also open your heart towards the ceiling if it feels right. Inhale, come back to warrior two. And then exhale, find your version of side angle. So for some of us, you'll rest on your thigh. Some people will reach for the floor, maybe use a block. Your goal here is opening that top shoulder, not reaching the floor. Gaze can be down, it can be straight ahead, or even up, whatever feels right to your neck. Release your hands down. Inhale, go ahead and step back to your plank. Again, knees down if you need. Exhale, come down halfway, elbows close. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale to your cobra. And then exhale, down dog. Couple of breaths here, child's pose if you need it. Grab any water if you need it. Let's switch sides. Lift the left leg. Begin by opening the hip. Letting your weight stay even between those hands. Maybe looking under the right shoulder for the left foot. On your exhale, bring that foot forward. Warrior two, opposite side. Inhale as you come up. Again, lining up those feet. Knee pointing towards those middle toes. Relaxing those arms a little bit more. Deep breath. Flip over that front hand. Let's reverse this. Open that left side of the body. Again, bending the knee more or less. Opening the heart towards the ceiling if you like. Inhale, come back to warrior two. And then exhale, find your version of side angle. Maybe resting on that thigh. Maybe reaching for the floor or a block if you have it. Opening that top shoulder. Release your hand to the floor. Inhale, step back to plank. One more time. Exhale, come down just halfway, elbows close. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale to your cobra. This time, exhale back to child's pose. Pause here for a few breaths. Knees can be wide and you rest in between, or knees together and you rest on top. Checking in, noticing how you feel right now. Going to come back up onto your hands and knees, and you're going to make your way all the way down onto your belly. Extending those arms out in front of you. Lifting your right arm and left leg. Pausing for a few breaths. Release those two down. And let's switch sides. Lift the left arm and right leg. Release those two back down. Now from here, lift both arms and both legs. Heels close if you can. Try to keep your gaze down to the floor. It's kinder to your neck. Go ahead and release back down. And then you're going to take your arms, reach them out to the sides, straight out from your shoulders. When you're ready, lift both arms and both legs again. Deep breath. Release back down. Now take your hands, reach them back by your sides, palms to the floor. One more time, lift both arms and both legs. Heels close. Release back down. Hands under your shoulders, slowly take your hips back to your heels. Find child's pose for a moment. From here, just walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Change it just a bit. Go ahead and walk your hands all the way over to the left. Come back to the center. Find down dog. Hips going high. Lift the right leg, open the hip one more time. Notice if it feels any different doing this a second time. On your exhale, bring the knee forward. So the right knee coming towards the right hand. Centering your weight between your hips. Now if there's any pain in the knee, come out, find something else to do for a moment. We're going deep into those hips, holding this pose for a bit. When you're ready, lower your upper body down. Now if you have a block or a blanket or pillow handy, you can use it to prop up your head. You can use it to prop up that right hip, whatever you need. You can prop both if you want. This is a longer hold. Make sure you can be comfortable. take this time to just check in. Notice your body, what you feel and where. Notice any thoughts that are coming forward. Not trying to change them, not trying to judge them, just notice. Yoga is a practice of awareness. Practicing that right now. Just a little bit longer here. Go ahead and lift your upper body. We're going to pause here for just a bit. Opening up the front of that left hip. Doing a lot, and maybe two, doing a lot of sitting, a lot more than normal right now, and that does tend to tighten up the front of your hip. So just taking a moment to loosen that up. Slowly go ahead and step back to your down dog. Pausing for a few breaths. Then lift the left leg, open the hip one last time. Again, check in. Notice if it feels different doing this a second time. On your exhale, bring the knee towards that left hand. Centering your weight between your hips. Again, using any props that you need. Letting your upper body come down as you're ready. And just checking in on this side of the body. about a minute more on this one. Notice if you need to make an adjustment, maybe go deeper, maybe back off a little bit. Make any shifts that you need. Go ahead and lift your upper body. Taking a moment here to open up the front of the right hip. Slowly step back to down dog one last time. And take a moment to check in. Notice if this is shifted, if it's changed from that first one you did. Maybe those heels come down a little bit further, maybe not. On your exhale, walk your feet forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale to the heart. Let's take a moment to practice a little bit of balance. Balance is something you have to work just like everything else. It does tend to get worse if you don't. I try to throw some in most classes. So starting with your right foot as your base, spread those toes out again, kind of like we did at the very beginning. Spread those toes out. Let your weight be in the right foot. We're going to challenge your brain a little bit. Lift the left foot up. Arms wherever you'd like them to be, doesn't matter. But when you're set, close your eyes and notice what happens. I do realize it gets harder. You actually use your eyesight for balance. But just challenging yourself, taking away that eyesight. And let that left foot come back down. We're just going to switch sides to spread out those left toes. Lift up the right foot. Arms again wherever you'd like. When you're set, close your eyes. Notice if it's easier or harder on this side. Usually one side is a little bit better than the other. Some days neither side is good. Just notice. We've got a lot of thunderstorms going through here, and the weather can actually affect your balance, so I take that excuse for my balance right now. Let that right foot come back down. We'll practice one more balance pose. Going back to your right foot as your base. This time you're going to use your eyesight. Let your eyes focus on something in front of you that's not moving. It really does help. But spread out those right toes again. Right arm reaching up. Left hand is reaching back to that left foot or ankle. Now the options, maybe you stay right here, or maybe you go ahead and hinge forward from your hip. Finding that focal point. Make sure you're not locking that right knee and try not to grip through those right toes. we'll just switch sides. So left foot, spread out those toes. Left arm reaching up. Right hand reaching back. Again, maybe you stay right here. It's perfectly okay if you do. Maybe you hinge forward. Finding your focal point. Again, try not to lock that left knee. Try not to grip through those left toes. Focus on your breath. Coming out of it and going back into it anytime you need. Slowly release back out of it. Shake out those legs a little bit. And then let your feet be about mat width apart. Toes pointing out. I always like to throw in a little bit of a squat. Stretch out those hips. So inhale those arms up. Exhale, come on down. Hips coming towards the floor. Heels down if you can. Think of a little length in the spine. You can always widen the feet more or bring them closer if it works better for you. Just letting those hips open up. Again, we're sitting a lot. It's really nice to open up those hips for all that sitting. If you're like me, if you're sitting so much. I myself on the computer more than normal. Go ahead and release down to the floor. And you're coming on to your back. Drawing those knees in for just a moment. And then taking the feet overhead for happy baby. So hands to the bottom of the feet, knees coming towards your shoulders, tailbone towards the floor. You can always rock side to side, a little massage for your back. Pause in the center. Go ahead and release the right foot. So a little half happy baby. See if you can lay that right leg flat on the floor. So again, you're opening the front of your hip. This is the same as that low lunge you did way back at the beginning. You're just on your back. You might feel it a little bit differently. Maybe going deeper into it. Go ahead and draw that right leg in. And then you're going to extend the left leg all the way out. So switching sides. See if you can lay that left leg flat on the floor, opening the front of the left hip for a moment. Draw that left leg back in. Now from here, grab a hold of those big toes. And you're going to open those legs wide for a moment. A little wide leg. If you were seated, it'd be a wide leg forward fold. Bend your knees. Bring the feet back together. The bottom of the feet are together now. Knees bent. Hands around the outside of the feet. Draw those feet in close. Release your feet, bring those knees back together. Let's finish up with a set of twists. So take your knees over to the right side. Stack your hips. Let the left shoulder come back towards the floor as you twist the spine. Now we're going to shift this just a little bit. Extend that top leg out if you like. Changing that twist just a bit. You can always use your right hand just resting on that left leg. Go ahead and come back to the center. And then we're switching sides. So take your knees over to the left side. Stack those hips. And then take your right shoulder back towards the floor. So twisting your spine in the opposite direction. Going back to your breath. Now staying here or extending that top leg out. Changing the twist just a little bit. Go ahead and come back to the center. And we're moving into your final resting pose, Shavasana. So extending those legs all the way out. Letting those feet be about mat width apart. And I'll walk you through a few adjustments just to make it even better than normal. So wiggle your hips a little bit, get them as even as you can. And then lift up onto your forearms for just a moment. So you've got your palms down to the mat. And you're going to push back just a little bit on those palms. And let your spine come back down onto the mat. Now let's adjust those shoulders a bit. So take your right hand, reach it straight towards the ceiling. And then over to the left side. So you're lifting that right shoulder up. And then just Gently lay that right arm back down to the floor. You're laying that shoulder down a little bit flatter. And let's do the left side as well. Reach it up towards the ceiling and then over to the right side. And then gently lay that arm back down. If there's any wiggles, any adjustments you need, maybe through the neck, go ahead and make them. If there's adjustments, you're probably laying a little bit flatter to the floor. Close your eyes and just let your body absorb all that you just did. Take this time to just be. Nowhere else to go right now. Nothing else to do. Focusing on your breath and just letting go. Explosion of unknowing. The whole open-ended miracle of life is right here inside this breath. The journey from unreal to real lives here in this present moment. Explosion of unknowing. I can try to make it match some expectation, but it's all right here. The door to truth flung wide. Draw your knees in and roll to your side. Pause there for a moment. Gently rise on up to seated and sit on something for just a moment. Let's do a little bit of breath work. Lift those hips up so you can be comfortable, so your spine can be a little bit straighter. I'm sitting on a meditation cushion, but a blanket, a pillow, anything works. Cross your legs however you like. And let your hands rest in your lap somewhere. Palms up, palms down, together or apart. So many choices, you get to figure it out. When you're set, sit tall through that spine and close your eyes. We're going to inhale the breath to a count of 4. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. And then exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. And exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. And then continue on at this pace. If you want to take it even deeper, maybe inhaling to 5 or even 6. Just exhale with the same number, pausing in between. We'll do a couple more rounds. And if it gets to be too much, just go back to normal breath. Go ahead and let that pattern go. Find your normal breathing rhythm, normal breath. Take a deep breath in here. And with your exhale, let everything go. Bring your palms together, hands, palms together, eyes closed still. May you laugh more. May you laugh more. May you rest more, and may you judge less. Thank you for being here tonight. Namaste. So that was our flow class for tonight. I will be back on Thursday. I'm just looking outside, it's awfully dark. We'll be back on Thursday with a yin practice. Yin is so great to get into the connective tissue of the body. Helps to release stress and tension at a very deeper level. So join me Thursday for yin at 6 o'clock. And yeah, hope to see you there. And remember, I'm still doing a yoga therapy, so if anyone is interested in a private session, let me know, message me, and I'd be happy to tell you all about it. Have a wonderful night. Thanks, Laura, for being here. Can't see all your colleagues here, and hey, Caitlin, if you're still here. But if you've watched on replay, thanks for watching on replay. See you next time. Bye.